finish it in May. So I finished this one. It is by Carleen O'Connor. This was a fantastic book. I did later figure out this is one in a series, and it is not the first in the series. However, one of the things that I really liked about it was that it was very easy to pick up on the characters, who everybody is, how everyone fits together, and jump right into the story. And the fact that you had not read the previous books did not impact the readability and the understanding of this book. So I am very, very excited to read the rest of the series, and I have to say this one kept me guessing until the end. I figured out very quickly who the victim, well, not necessarily who the victim was, how the victim was murdered, but I was not quite able to figure out who the victim was, but you find that out very early on, and then, but you can't figure out who the killer is until it's revealed. Like, I could not figure it out. It was so frustrating, but I loved it. I love when I can't figure it out super, super quickly when I'm reading a book. So yeah, number one was Murder in an Irish Garden by Carleen O'Connor. And I just love the cover of this book. It's an Irish village mystery. And I'm very excited to read the rest of the books in the series. So, that was the first one. The next two that I read were actually on Kindle. So, the first one, these were actually fantasy books, and I loved them. They were so good. The first one was called Stalemate by Rachel E. Scott. And it's the first book in a trilogy, and it's called A Tale of Ribbons and Cloth. And so I really enjoyed this series. And then the second book I also finished in the month of May, and it was called Bondmate. I am now currently reading book 3, and I am loving it. So, it's a really, really cute series that I'm not going to get a super amount into because I don't want to reveal too much because you just have to read it. But I will say it's a very, very cute series. It is a shifter romance series. However, it is not spicy at all. So if you're looking for like good, clean fantasy shifter romance, definitely check this one out. And yeah, it's very, very cute. So highly, highly recommend. I will tell you more about the series probably in my June reads video once I finish the series, and I can kind of give you a little more detail. And then in the month of May, I started The Cloverton Charade by Sarah E. Ladd, which I've talked about a couple of times already. So check out my previous videos to learn about this one. It's very good so far. I only got a couple chapters in, and then I quit. I will be coming back to it. It is not going on the DNF list. I will be coming back to it. I just got distracted by some new, pretty, shiny books. So I started, which I'm currently still reading, I started Murder in a Scottish Shire by Tracy Hall. It is so cute. So cute. It's the first in a series, so I'm very excited to see where this series continues to go, but I am loving it so far. And the main character, Paisley, as I had hoped. But in June, my plan is to finish Murder in a Scottish Shire. Finish this one. And then I'm going to move on to a new book that I got. I'm very excited about. Booked for Revenge by Karen Rose Smith, who y'all are going to get tired of seeing before this is all said and done. I'm so sorry. So this is the second book in a Tomes and Tea mystery series. And I read the description of this one in my April-May mini book haul video. So you can go back and check out that video to learn more about this book. But I am so excited to read this book. I cannot wait any longer. So I am going to be reading this book in the month of June. This is going to be my next read. And then I'm going to finish book 3 of A Ribbons and Claws series. And that one is called Checkmate, which I'm very excited to read. And I am going to try to get the title pulled back up here. So, A Tale of Ribbons and Claws. I am going to read book 3, Checkmate, by Rachel E. Scott. So I'm going to be reading that one, finish that one. I've already started it, loving it as well. So I'm going to finish that one. And then if I read all of those, and I still have some time left, I'm going to go back to the Cloverton Charade by Sarah E. Ladd and finish this one. So this will be if I get to it before the month is out, this will be the one I read. So, yeah, I think that's it. It's been pretty quiet on the reading front lately, which I'm very sad about, but I'm hoping to get a little more read, a little more done in the coming days and weeks, and hopefully not add too much more to the TBR list, because we need to balance our bookshelves again, because I have a feeling that list has gotten significantly